hard for me to find the words to describe this experience. I think it's going to take some time because there were so many layers. I'm just in gratitude. I'm just in fucking proud of myself. I've worked so hard on my journey, and it has been really beautiful and also really hard in still undescribable ways. So to just be handed what my dreams for this chapter of my life are in one package, my mind is just blown. I don't know. My mind is blown. I was able to have a front row private concert with some of my favorite musical artists right now, and really, really, really impactful artists, like world-changing musical artists. They were all incredible, and several of them, actually I think all of them, spent the night with us because, you know, we're out here in Podunk, Nebraska. So we've just been like hanging out. Not quite at that level where I can just like have a casual, no, I did have casual conversations with them, but where I can have a like sustained ongoing conversation. I've made connections with amazing, incredible people that are going to open doors to future pathways that match future versions of my dreams. And I've made family. Like, I have made family here. I have shown myself, I have proven to myself once again that I can enter a space and be loved. I reached new levels of feeling love and feeling lovable, which is one of my, you know, we all have our deep wounds. For a lot of us, it's worth. It can be abandonment, it can be all of those things. But one of the sort of ongoing shadow aspects, dark aspects I've been working with in myself is feeling lovable. And specifically feeling lovable, being authentically myself. Because I learned that I was given love when I was what other people wanted me to be. I think a lot of us do. Society expects us to be a certain way, and we all get punished when we break those pathways. And I have a spirit that wants to break all the pathways. I talked about this in a previous video, but I have a spirit that was too big for the space that I was in. And I knew that, and it was stifling and suffocating to me, but fear kept me trying to make it work, even when I knew it wasn't working. I am a Taurus moon. I love a comfort zone, and I was all up in that comfort zone trying to see if I could make that work, and I could not, because I have discovered this is where I find my people, by taking the giant leaps of faith that call me and that I want but am afraid of. My journey thus far has taught me how to not choose based on fear and to just do it anyways, and learn to love myself even when it doesn't go the way that I want it to. Learn to love myself even though it's uncomfortable as hell, even though I have to learn by failing, as we all do. We crawl before we walk. We fall as we learn to walk. And I have healed enough. I have excavated enough of my true self to be able to bring that forth into the world and how I look and present myself. I looked very different 10 years ago, and how I looked then fit who I was trying to be, and how I look now is how I have always wanted to express since I was a kid. I mean, not specifically things, but it's an energy. And I'm learning how to find that energy within myself, that energy of authenticity, that energy of what it feels like to be me. I'm learning how to bring that forth in the ways that I move throughout the world, and how I speak and what I talk about, and how I feel inside internally. That's been the hardest fucking thing, because I have to feel internally the way that is authentic to me. And in order to feel authentic, that means we have to dig through the trauma and the wounding and the stuff that's covering up. I mean, the reasons why we learned not to be that version of ourselves, right? Like all the conditioning that we receive in our upbringing in this culture presently right now, this temporary colonial reality. We all just receive so many masks, so many veils that separate us from who we truly are and who we truly would be if not for colonial social conditioning. And when I say colonial, I'm talking about patriarchy, I'm talking about white supremacy, I'm talking about ableism, I'm talking about institutionalization, I'm talking about being civilized, I'm talking about the modern world around us, the fact that we have to work 9 to 5 jobs, the fact that we have to look a certain way in order to be deemed socially acceptable. We have to dress a certain way in order to be deemed socially acceptable. The fact that we can be locked up if we hear voices, which indigenous cultures have and still do view as a gift in many situations. And for many people, it is a psychic intuition that is then demonized and weaponized and medicalized and squashed out of them. We all have our spirits suppressed in so many ways. And I have personally walked with that journey deeply, being a very, what is on my head? Whoa, get away, fly. Being a very sensitive person means that I was so hyper aware to whether other people were perceiving me as good or bad, including especially my relationship with my mother. And there was no, I never had any experience with emotional abuse. I was told that I was loved. I was told that I was smart and capable and could do what I wanted to do, anything I wanted to do. And I was deeply conditioned that many things about myself are bad. And that in order to be good, I needed to cover that up. So I'm just feeling pride. There's so much I want to tell y'all about this experience, and I've taken copious notes. I have gone on many a journey. There's a lot to share, and even more to come. But I think that's where I'm at right now on this final night of this experience, as I'm saying goodbye to people I have come to know deeply and love greatly in such a short amount of time. It's amazing the ways that we can connect with each other when we can put our defenses down, and when we've done enough of that inner work to be able to separate out what is not us and find that energetic authenticity, find that core, the deeper version, the spirit self that lives within all of us. And in order to get to the situation of being here at this gathering, for many people here it was privilege, it was financial privilege, and the hobnobbing of the rich elite. But for those of us who are not the rich elite, it has meant a great deal of deep inner work. I'm just gonna say it, to manifest an opportunity like this, because that's what it is. That's what it was for me. I have very carefully and consciously manifested this for several years. Since before I left Omaha, I was working with, that was back in 2018, 2019. I was working with the vision of the door that is now opening to me. And it has taken that long for me to get to this place because I really fought some lessons in particular, and that can take you down a very dark pathway, as it did for me. But we do learn best from failure. We do learn best from falling. I'm grateful for the lessons that I learned, and I don't need to learn them again. Not in that way. Somebody using the tent as something to hold as they traverse the mud, as I have done to other tents too. So yeah, I'm in deep gratitude, and I'm really proud of myself because a whole new world is opening to me. And this weekend, that door went and it's gonna take me some time to make my way in and through, which I am a huge proponent of baby steps, as I have probably told some of you watching this video. Baby steps. We gotta make these changes sustainable. It's not gonna be a fast experience to achieve our dreams, but I'm gonna fucking tell you, it's possible. And this weekend is just like, I don't know. I mean, finding the radical fairies changed my life and opened me up to realities that I hadn't known were possible. And then here I am now, having another version, but a totally different flavor of that experience. And I am just seeing how many opportunities there are for me to do that over and over and over again. I have truly gone through some wild portals this weekend. It's been intense and challenging at times, and I've had to accommodate myself, and I have a headache right now that started yesterday, and I can't find my Advil. I got some yesterday from a friend, but it's just coming back right now, and I'm alone in my tent, and I'm not going back outside because it's freezing and muddy as hell. But okay, that's what I want to say, is just the process of achieving one's dreams is not an easy journey. It's not a fast journey. You have to really be signed up, body, mind, and spirit, because you're gonna have to go all the way down to come all the way back up. And for me, going all the way down took 3-4 years. That wasn't all down, but like to come all the way down and start coming back up has taken 3-4 years, and it's just now kicking off. And this weekend, I've been given this reward, this, what's the next level of a video game. Like I've reached the challenge. I've like saved the whatever, gotten the star, whatever happens when you achieve a level in a video game. It's just like treats from the universe. It's little tastes. I don't know. It's just several of my dreams came true this weekend, and that means that I can step my dreams up to that next level. That's the way it goes. You gotta start where you're at. Set your dreams a level up, achieve that. Set your dreams a level up, achieve that. I mean, keep your eye on the big vision, the long game, but we gotta really focus on the short term. So we have to be signed up for a sustainable long game. But my life changed this weekend. My world expanded this weekend. I've had moments like that before, and I know and believe the more I follow this path, do what I need, body, mind, and spirit, the more that's just gonna keep happening. So, incredible day. I am calling it a night. I'm gonna try and hunt for my aspirin again. How is it possible to like lose so many things in such a small space? Like, all the time in the van too. I just lose everything. And I'm gonna integrate, I'm gonna marinate in this incredible experience, this incredible feeling, this beautiful manifested opportunity. And just really like soak in that pride with myself that I've done this, I've achieved this, and it's not temporary. This is my new way of being. This is how my new life has started over and over and over again, many times, and this is how another new chapter of my new life unfolds and opens and deepens into more of who I am called to be. Okay, that's all for now. Good night, goodbye.